and welcome everyone. I hope you all are doing great and staying safe. A quick introduction about myself. I'm Rashmi again. I'm a community manager at Recro, working towards building an exclusive community for developers like yourself, wherein you can connect with fellow developers, build your network, and grow professionally. So that's about me. A bit about Recro. Those who are new here and don't know what Recro is and what do we do. Recro is a developer-focused platform helping developers connect with fast-growing startups such as Swiggy, Udan, Dunzo, Curefit, etc. So you can also find more details about Recro on the website recro.io. So do check that out as well. So, all right, everyone, I think that's a quick intro about us. Now, I would like to welcome our guest speaker for the day. We have Mr. Kant with us. Just a quick introduction about Kant. He has worked as trainer for PayPal and institutes like Simply Learn, Great Learning, Edureka, etc. Kant is a data scientist and Six Sigma certified as well. He consults top MNCs like Nokia, ENY, Cognizant, BMW, etc. He is a mentor who delivers speeches on AI, machine learning, deep learning, IoT, etc. Thank you so much, Kant, for joining us and taking out your time. You may go ahead and say hi to the audience as well.
Thank you so much, Rashmi, and thank you. And hi, everyone. How are you on this weekend? May I know over the chat? While we are going into the LinkedIn, why we basically get into LinkedIn? So this is my LinkedIn profile. So what exactly? So LinkedIn profile, this is the one which I'm having it every time whenever we are getting into. Means I always take any job profile or any career into three things. Means like whatever you are going with, I just want to take it into three divisions. Anything like if you take any product, whatever you are trying to buy in the market, everything contains three parameters. So the very first thing is you need to have a great product, the great product, or it can be a great service. After having a great product or a great service, the second thing is nothing but we need to market it. We need to market it. What is the purpose of marketing is to spread. So you need to spread, okay, there is a great product. I think, for example, you manufactured a phone. I think what people do after manufacturing a phone, which is nothing but a product, is nothing but they start spending the money on the marketing. So Apple people host an event, Google people host an event, Samsung people host an event. Why? They want to market it. So why they want to market it? So they created a phone and they are not storing it in their warehouse, or they are not just having it in their particular stores, but they are trying to create a big event, investing a huge amount of money in order to spread the news. Oh my God, this is a wonderful phone. So they try to go in the marketing. In order to spread it, they want to go with USPs. I think what exactly meant by USPs? Do anyone know about it? What exactly meant by an USP? USP is nothing but we call it as unique selling proposition. Absolutely. Unique selling point, or we can say unique selling proposition. So unique selling proposition, the name itself says that. Let's take a simple example. For example, there are two products. I think let's take iPhone 12 and iPhone 11. For example, there are these two phones. Both are same. There is no difference at all. Both are same, like iPhone 12 and iPhone 11, both are same. So there is no difference in the pricing. There is no difference in the screen. There is no difference in the features. There is no difference in anything. Only the difference is this is 11 and this is 12. So are you in a position to confuse, or what you will be doing? Can you exactly take a deal? When two things are similar, can you buy it? When two things are similar, can you take an action? When two things are similar, can you take an action? Is it possible to take an action when both the things are same? You want to buy something, but both the things are same. There is no difference at all. Can you buy something when both are same? Please, I want some interaction from everyone. Again, Himanshu, I'm saying the same thing. Both are same. Both are same. There is no difference. If you are trying to look at it, both are same. The pricing wise, the spec wise, the screen wise, everything, the resolution wise. So the chipset inside, everything is same. You can't take an action. So unique selling propositions is there need to be a difference from one over the another. So based on these differences, I am able to take an action. That's what USP speak about. So whenever you are trying to do a marketing, so while you are spreading something, so so in the marketing, you are trying to expose yourself. Just imagine you marketed a product too huge. I think you are aware of some Bharat phone or something. They quoted 256 rupees or something. And end of the day, it's been like a scam. Do you remember that? They marketed the product, people bought it, but end of the day the product is pretty, there is no product at all, and again it's been like a scam. So whenever after marketing it, when yes, absolutely, freedom 251. So after marketing the product pretty huge, and when the product is improper, again whatever you are marketing, there is no point in it. So the third point again we are going with is nothing but the sales. So the inlines of a professional profile. So what exactly here, product or service is nothing but, I call it as, it is nothing but you. Each and every person, Ignesh, is an product, or he can be a service. Mostly he is not a product, he is a service. He is trying to give a service, and for the service, whatever he is giving, he is trying to charge the money. Bikram, again Roger, so Chandrakant, all these people are trying to give a service to a company. So now, so company is having a requirement. So who is having a requirement? So you want to buy a phone. Phone is required for you. Or for example, iPhone is manufacturing a phone. Samsung is manufacturing a phone. They are manufacturing it for you, or you're manufacturing it for the sake of someone else. You want to manufacture it for the sake of Apple. You want to manufacture it for the sake of Samsung. Hey, Ignesh, I'm not manufacturing it for you. By the way, I'm manufacturing it. I love this phone so much. That's the reason. This is my design, which I like it. Do you seriously buy it, Ignesh? If it is something related to Apple's interest, do you buy that? If it is something related to a Samsung interest, do you buy that? You want it something required for you, isn't it? Yes or no? Product or a service, is it for the people? It's not for you. You can't, for example, you learned all the courses, you learned Java programming, or you learned AI, or you learned ML, so, or you learned about Python. So all this kind of skill set are not for your sake. It's not to get a certificate. It is for a company. What exactly a company is looking for? In a simple note, so Himanshu is trying to buy a product from me. So whatever the product I'm having, it need to be something matching with Himanshu. Only then Himanshu going to buy a product. So a product or a service need to match the requirement of a company. You need to match the requirement of the company. All right. I think, for example, you got a great skill on Java. Let's take a small example. So now you learned a Java programming. What most of the people do after learning Java programming is, so they try to post a certificate. I recently completed Java programming from Udemy, or it may be from the top university, or it may be from the top IIT, or it may be from MS, or whatever it may be. They try to post the certificate. So that certificate is nothing but a kind of USP. In case of MS is a great thing. So if there are, out of all the people, only few people are MS people, then MS may be a unique selling point. So already IIT, okay, because of that credibility, people may hire you. That may be a unique selling proposition. So a company want a requirement, so they are looking for a job. So they try to see, is it something matching to my profile or not? So what about other people, other than IITs, other than IIMs, other than this MS people? There are a lot of people in the market. What about these people? How exactly we can make ourselves unique? So what a company want, what exactly a person who is buying a phone want? So you seriously look for a brand, or you seriously look for, so why you go for a brand? Anyone? Why we go for a brand? I think, for example, if you take in a corporate world, if IIT is a brand, why we go for a brand? Why we go for a branded dresses? Why we go for a branded products? Why we go and buy something which is branded? To say, I think reliability, or we can say there is a trust. Is it right? I am trying to hire someone from this particular company, or I'm hiring someone from this particular college. They're going to work pretty good, and they are able to add a value to my company. Is it right? You are trying to buy a particular phone from a branded thing. Why you want to buy it from a brand? I think this phone is very good, and there are no repairs as such, and they are having the lot of service centers. They try to do the service on time, and they don't charge much, and the service charges are comparatively less. The maintenance charges are comparatively less. So because of that trust, you go and buy it. Is it right? Isn't it? Yes or no? Absolutely. So if there is no trust, people going to buy something. If there is no trust, people going to buy something. There is no trust at all. Do you want to buy? There are no reviews in Amazon. Do you buy a product? There are no reviews at all in Amazon. Do you buy? I may be a great brand in USA. I came to India. There are no reviews at all. You don't. So trust is the key point. So now why companies are moving towards the colleges is nothing but the top colleges is because of the trust. These people going to give the best in the company. But what exactly a company want? Do a company want, for example, certificate? For example, I think, do you anyone know about Python nowadays? Python, data science, anyone are familiar with? Visualizations, Tableau? No, you're completely new. I think Aman, you're pretty, you knew about it a bit. All right. So let me give a simple example. You know about Java. So whenever you know a Java language, I think whenever you learn about Java or whenever you're learning about something else. So, or let me take a simple example. I hope everyone are aware of PowerPoint. Is it right? Everyone are aware of PowerPoint? So you learned a course in Udemy, how to do PowerPoint presentation. You got a certificate from Udemy and you went to LinkedIn and you posted, I certified on PowerPoint in link. So you're posting that in the LinkedIn. So now I want to hire you. What I do, I'll be just getting into LinkedIn. I just open your profile. For example, this is my profile. So I just go to the profile, I read the profile. So if you see my profile, this is my profile. If you look onto my profile, say here, I'm an author, I'm an en route to, for example, I'm an author to this particular book, The En route to AI Career, how I transform my career from mechanical with 3,000 salary to AI and data science job role. And I help more than 3,000 plus professionals to transform into AI ML. For example, you are able to see this particular figures. So what exactly it speak about? Whenever you are able to see this, so you feel me as a trainer or you hire me as a data scientist. What you do after looking onto this particular intro of mine, what exactly you try to do? You'll be hiring me as a trainer or a speaker, or exactly you'll be hiring me as a data scientist. What exactly you try to perform when you are able to look onto my LinkedIn profile? This one, only this one. Oh, you may be looking for, you want to hire me as a trainer, or you may be a speaker, or again, you are able to see, I am able to transform my profile from mechanical with a 3,000 salary per month to AI. And I help even 3,000 plus professionals. So do you think about, hey, I just want to transform my career. When you came across this profile, do you ping me? Can't I'm thinking to make my career into AI or into data science. Can you help me out? Or can you give me some help? Can you do some help? So at least, do you get this idea slightly? So as Himanshu says, you'll be dropping a text. Why? I transform the career. So exactly you'll be, if you have a similar requirement, again, keep this point very clear. If you have the similar requirement, you will be pinging me. So my LinkedIn profile is a kind of platform for me in order to expose myself. So now I'm a service, I can give a service, I can help the people to transform the career, I can be a speaker, I can be an author. So I can be, for example, I delivered a training across, for example, if you are browsing, okay, I'm working as a trainer at this particular training institutes, let's imagine. So now if some other training institute is coming, okay, he's already worked on this training institutes, so they may give a call. Can you be a trainer in our institute? They may give a call. So again, if you look onto it, there is a clause here. So in the marketing, one of the important clause you need to handle is nothing but equal. So there need to be an equality condition. So one of the simplest trick in order to maximize your LinkedIn calls or your LinkedIn things is, so who are your target audience? So which people you are targeting it? For example, your people are from different backgrounds. If I just come near you, if I'm saying data science on AI or ML or something, you don't get anything into your brain. So who is the audience? So now there need to be equality condition. So if Himanshu is looking for AI, so based on my profile, he's going to give a call to me. For example, Aman is not looking for anything on AI. So Aman, do you contact me? If you're not even looking for AI or machine learning or anything, do you contact me? Even though you have this profile, do you contact me? Do you? Aman, what do you say? Do you contact me? Aman, Aman says no. He may not be contacting me. Absolutely. So, for example, Aman he don't have this requirement. Unfortunately, he got a call. One of his friend, for example, maybe his one of his close friend gave a call. Hey, I'm planning to make my career into data science or so. So then you will be saying, hey man, there is a one guy. I just want to refer him. You may do it, right? In case if you like my way of training or if you like the way I'm presenting, you may refer me, isn't it? Yes or no, Aman? Absolutely. So LinkedIn is nothing but a marketing platform. So your LinkedIn is meant for two things, as a few people are saying. One, you need to connect with the great brains or the great minds. So why you need to be connected with the great minds? Without a value, do you want to connect with the great minds? So why you want to connect with the great people? To grow, is it right? So you want to connect with the great people. Why exactly is you'll be after a few days, you'll be asking, are there any opportunities in your company? Isn't it? You say, shall we go for a coffee? In case if you both people are from the same location, yeah, let's go. And after that, you'll be saying, hey, if you don't mind, do you have any openings in your company? In case of or you'll be trying to build that network to grow. Absolutely, means to get a job or to be a freelancer or to get a deal or to get some contract or to get some client or whatever it may be. You are using LinkedIn as a platform. It's a kind of a platform where you can collaborate with other people. You can use it for searching for the jobs and all this. For example, you are searching for the jobs. Again, how are people going to hire you? For example, you are getting a lot of ads in Facebook, in Instagram, and all that. Again, LinkedIn. Why they want to create a platform like this? It's not for you or for me. In a simple note, LinkedIn is not for you and for me. Practically speaking, LinkedIn created for the LinkedIn itself. Why they created for LinkedIn is they want to come up with an idea. Why can't we create a platform where professionals can communicate together? All right, we got all the professionals. Now let's go to the company. Hey, you want to hire a talent? So why can't you run an ad? Or why can't you take a premium membership? And why can't you access the people? And why can't you view the profiles? So end of the day, LinkedIn is trying to make the money. Absolutely, that's what Naukri do. That's what LinkedIn do. That's what your Dice do. That's what your Monster do. Everyone want to grow. So from where, if they got a network, so on the network they run the ads. They try to go with the premium accounts and all this, and they try to make the money. So it's a marketing brochure, nothing but. So whenever, in order to hire something, I will be getting back to the small point which I just already connected, which is nothing but you are getting a lot of ads in your particular Instagram or Facebook. Do you respond to all the ads? Do you respond to all the ads? You are getting a lot of ads in your Naukri or not exactly, sorry, Facebook or something like that, Facebook or Instagram and all this. So marketing is to spread. So you're getting a lot of ads. For example, you want to spread, getting a lot of ads. You're getting advertisement. Marketing is nothing but advertisement. You're getting a lot of ads. So after getting the advertisement, do you buy all the products? Not exactly. You don't even care few products. You don't even think about them. You just scroll it. So there are few ads which make you to take an action. For example, there is you are looking for, let's say you're looking for what? You're looking for a dress. Maybe there is a festival already. Ganesh Chaturthi is completed. Already you are looking for a dress or you're looking for a watch. Unfortunately, you got an ad on the watch. Don't you buy? Don't you click on it? You are trying to look for a car. You are trying to buy a BMW. So don't you go and look on it? You are trying to buy a BMW. Don't you click on that ad? You just click on that ad, BMW, and you just give the details, isn't it? So no. Absolutely. So you get a lot of ads. There need to be, again, this condition need to match. Equality. Equality need to match. So you may look for a BMW, but the ad is not attractive. Do you click on it? The ad is not attractive. What is the attractive ad is? You can get, you can take your BMW home with an EMI of 10,000, or not 10,000 is cheap, I think. 25,000 per month. I think that is something interesting, right? You can take your BMW to home with a 25,000 EMI. I think that's interesting, right? You just click on it, isn't it? If 25,000 is an EMI, if you're already getting good amount of salary, you're getting 1.5 lakh salary, 25,000, don't you spend on a car per month? I think you're traveling a lot, and 25,000 EMI, you can take back this thing. Or you can buy an iPhone at a price of 2,000 rupees per month. I think, what do you say? Again, you click on the ad, right? You can get the iPhone at 2,000 rupees per month. I think, do you click on the ad and you try to see? Yes. So in order to click on the ad, so it need to match the requirement, so the equality. So we need to study the psychology. So the psychology is very important. What exactly the people want? So I want to be connected with you, but in order to connect with you, the psychology is, so what exactly I'm able to get? Win-win situation. So now why I just want to just connect with you, why I want to share all my info about my company, why I want to give a referral for you without a value, do I go for all this? Not exactly. So now you need to remember one point. Every company is having one pain area: cost of hiring wrong talent. Anyone remember, anyone knew this? Cost of hiring the wrong talent. Anyone knew this? It's a HR metric, right? So what exactly meant by cost of hiring a wrong talent is nothing but, for example, I'm hiring you. For example, I'm hiring one of my person. There is an important project. For example, let's take Rashmi. I think, I don't know whether Rashmi is there or not. Rashmi, let's imagine she is hiring me, let's imagine. And unfortunately, I just made this entire webinar pretty bad. I think, Rashmi, do you feel regret about it? In case if everything went wrong after hiring me as your speaker to this LinkedIn maximizing, you feel bad. Oh my God. So you feel about, oh my God, what my manager going to speak, or what exactly my panelists, all these attendees came, right? All these people going to comment on Recro. I think, is it something painful? Again, you people join and the webinar is not so informative. Do you feel painful? Oh my God, why this? You feel it bad? You feel bad or not? Hey, again, Rashmi feels, why can't I analyze myself with the right talent? Why I just made this blind decision? We call it as cost of hiring the wrong talent. So you are trying to buy a phone. The phone is completely bad. Do you feel regret? The display is not working. The phone charging is not working. You paid a lot of money and the service is not at all good. Do you feel bad? Absolutely. That is called as cost of hiring the wrong talent. So everyone want to hire the right talent. So that's the reason. So now they go for this marketing thing. They go into your LinkedIn. They see your LinkedIn profile. They see what exactly your title is speaking about. Okay, this guy is an author. All right. He is transformed the profiles. He may help it. This is not for a job profile. He is having some followers and he is posting something. I'll be just clicking on it and I see what exactly he's posting. And he is working as a faculty in a lot of things, and there is an about section. So I will be reading, oh, this guy has done all this. I will be reading all this about section. And again, there are endorsements. People endorse. Endorsements are nothing but, we can say, kind of reviews. So what is the skill you're having? I'm having a skill on data science. I'm having a skill on deep learning. I'm having a skill on TensorFlow. There are a lot of skills. You need to add the skills. So they are unique selling points. So now as a recruiter, I get into your LinkedIn profile. So I see what exactly your title is. And I try to go for your about section. I read who you are. I try to understand whether you are matching for me or not. And after that, I see where exactly you worked on. Even if you want, I can place some roles and responsibilities in Great Learning. I can place some roles and responsibilities in Ematicus. I can place all that. So in the similar way, I'm able to see the endorsements. So now, whenever, in order to maximize your profile, so this is marketing. So whenever you're marketing something, you market the best points. So anytime you just listen that, so we are having one of the cheapest display ever in our iPhones. Have you any time listened like this? In an Apple event, we had our cheapest display in our upcoming iPhones. I think anytime you hear something like this, do they do that? No. Every time they add the adjectives, isn't it? Do you see? They try to add the adjectives. So it's a wonderful phone, sir. So now, for example, you may be, you may not look good. You went to a dress store and you're wearing it. Sir, you're looking like a hero, isn't it? Is it right? I think. Sir, you're looking like a hero. Isn't it? I think even though you don't look good, you know that, but they always say you are looking like a hero, sir. Oh my God, it's a lot to you, sir. In this way, they try to give you all the compliments. Yes, they want to sell it. So the same thing in your job profile. So now you are offering a service. So the product, in order to create a product, there is an investment. There is a bloody damn investment. They invest a time, they invest money. So you are investing your 21 years. You're investing 21 years, and if you're going to a company, you're investing your time, you're investing your money, and all that. After investing, if you are not having a proper LinkedIn profile, so just verify. For example, you want to be a Java developer, so just go and search for Java. Now, I'll be saying, okay, this is, I want to look for the jobs. For example, these are all the jobs which exactly these people are looking for. I don't want to look for jobs. Let's imagine, I just want to see, there is a Raj Kumar. He is a Java full stack developer. Oh, okay, let me click on it. So he said Java full stack developer. Again, here I said, I'm done in BTech computer science engineering from Rajiv Gandhi Technical University 2020. So now it is speaking about his educational qualification. Can I find anything relevant to hire him as a Java full stack developer? Can I find him interesting as a Java developer, full stack developer? Can I find anything? These are the interests. These are the skills. There are no endorsements. No one endorsed him. So this is where he completed everything. He is an intern. So do I know anything about internship? So he is an intern at this Pankaj Sir Academy. What he done in the internship? Am I able to see? No. All right. Again, let me search for Java. Again, let me go back and let me see any more profiles. I'm able to see there is, this is the jobs. Let me see all the people. I just want to see any good profile. I'm able to find it. He is a senior software engineer. He is Anand. Let's imagine, let me click on it. He's again senior software engineer, Java developer, Spring Boot, Hibernate web services. Okay. Again, what exactly? Technically advanced Java developer with 1+2 years of experience in designing, developing, and delivering user-centric software applications. Okay, so this is the key point. User-centric software applications using Java J2EE technology, seeking to secure a challenging position as a Java developer. He is currently working here. All right. Again, now he is from Punjab University. Again, in this, for example, I want to have something more on Angular. I just want to have it something on React and all this. For example, can I hire him for React or Angular? Can I hire this person for React or Angular? Can I find anything relevant here? Not at all, right? So whenever you're placing something, this is your marketing profile, this is your browser, this is what exactly people are looking for. See, now you're placing this, you're placing this. So whenever you're trying to create a LinkedIn profile, so whenever you're trying to go to a marriage, do you go to a marriage with the normal things? Do you go in a short and a normal, what is that, crush t-shirt and completely without combing your hair, without taking a bath? Do you go out to a marriage? Do you? Anyone? And all your relatives are coming, your schoolmates are coming, your college mates are coming, everyone are coming. Do you? No. Why? Hey, a lot of people are coming, man. A lot of people who I know, they are coming. You'll be like pretty cautious, and you'll be preparing. You'll be just worried about how you look on next day, and you'll be wearing the best in your wardrobe, or everything you want the best. You try to add a makeup. In case you don't have a jewelry, you borrow it from your neighbor. You do all this. Why? You want to look different from the people. Hey, you're looking good. You want that attention. The same thing with LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is not your personal room. It's like you're making it available everywhere. So you want to be cautious while you're posting something, isn't it? You want to be cautious, or you can post whatever you want. While you're writing about your headline, while you're writing about your about section, while you're writing about your skills, while you're writing about the things, do you want to add a lot of things? Yes or no? Absolutely, that's true. So you want to add all this kind of things. And remember one more thing. So every time there is one more psychology people want to see. Do you buy a product which is not meeting your requirement? Not only that, do you buy a product which cannot be, for example, you just want to speak about it for a long time. Hey, this phone is one of the best screen. You can never find it. Hey, this phone is having a best speaker. Hey, this phone is having a best camera. Is it right? You want to speak all this, even though you use only WhatsApp and Instagram, you just want all this features, if I'm not wrong. Isn't it? While you're buying, you want all this, if I'm not wrong. Absolutely. Even though you buy a phone of 10,000 rupees worth, you want the best. Even though the things are pretty cheap, I think, for example, you want the best thing out of it. In the similar way, so one of the profile which I feel, for example, let's say Java developer itself. Let me see a Java developer profile. If I find any, means I don't know the audience type. That's the reason I'm just seeing. I just want some experienced people. Let me try any data science profile or anything. No, not exactly. You can't do that. So whatever you're learning, you can't share it in your LinkedIn. That may not be possible. You can't do that. But I'll be just sharing it, one profile. So you can have a look over this profile. So see here, learning data science, global COE head, artificial intelligence or AI, machine learning. You're able to notice, again, if you see the about section, you're able to see a lot of about section. Global COE head, ML, AI, data science, develop ML or AI team to deployment. So you're able to see a lot of roles and responsibilities. Again, if you see again experience section, you're able to see roles and responsibilities. In every job, every company, there are roles and responsibilities. What he worked, what are the projects he worked on. Again, in this company, what are the roles and responsibilities, what are the projects he worked on. Again, in this company, what is the company he worked on, what are the roles and responsibilities, what is the project. So this is how the standard, again, what is the education levels. So LinkedIn is meant not exactly to share your this. So every time, see, there is a difference. Learning is different, job is different. So learning is like, I feel you want to learn cooking a biryani, so you open YouTube channel and you are watching. So do anyone give a job based on that? Hey, this guy watched 30 hours of YouTube video content only on cooking a biryani. Do anyone gives you cooking job as a chef to your wedding or to my wedding? Anyone? Like, you watch a lot of content, 30 hours of content every day on how to cook a biryani, right? Seriously, anyone? So that is what learning is. So learning is different, doing a job is different. So you can't mix learning with doing. So whenever you are trying to do a practice, you get the challenges. So based on the practice, just imagine you learn cooking a Maggie. Let's take a simple Maggie. That is something you learned it every day and you cook it. So for example, just imagine you are not cooking, you just watch how to cook a Maggie, 2 minutes Maggie. And just imagine you got an order, someone is paying you 100 rupees, let's say 300 rupees, just to get a plate of Maggie. And you started a small, what exactly we can say, a small kind of a restaurant only for a Maggie kind of thing. So without having any cooking experience, do people buy? Or you feel confident about it? Do people buy? You are a learner. Do people buy? Hey, I'm a very good chef. I watch 30 hours of videos only on cooking Maggie. So do people take an order? Not exactly. So LinkedIn is about experience, what you have. So what exactly you're having. So you worked on an internship. Maybe BTech guy, you worked on an internship. Write down your roles and responsibilities. Don't just place it. Hey, I worked as an intern. I feel this guy is a careless guy. Seriously, whenever I see a profile, I just completed BTech this year, I feel careless. I seriously feel careless. This guy don't have an interest on the job. So whenever you are doing a marketing, do you market it with careless? Just imagine Apple people or Samsung people are coming onto the stage and they are like careless. Hey, there is nothing on the phone, man. Yeah, we made the phone on this year. Yeah, it's completed. Yeah, it's completed. There is a display. Yeah, there is a display. It's a fold one. Yeah. This is like very careless. You went to buy a phone, careless. Do you buy it? Do you care about it? No. The same thing works in the job market. So how good you are with marketing, the better you are able to get into the market. So what is the proof? How exactly I can place the roles and responsibilities? Go back to the postings, job requirements. What exactly the requirement of a Java developer? Make sure you're having in your profile. So what are the requirement of a fresher in Java programming? Look onto the roles and responsibilities. Make sure you're having it in your LinkedIn profile. So what exactly your, for example, data science job profile? Make sure you're having all the roles and responsibilities in your LinkedIn profile, the skill set in your LinkedIn profile. So the skill set more than required. So only Java. Most of the freshers are with the mindset learning Java is a big challenge, but In a real time, it's not only learning Java. For example, I want a developer, I don't hire a fresher. The problem is not with the freshers. I'm having a requirement, hey, I want the screen to be like this, it need to be with this coloring, it need to be with this functionality. So an experienced guy can do anything. He can move out of his comfort zone. He can do what is required for me. He's not giving me the excuses. So you need to learn very quick. You need to be a quick learner. So you need to have a lot of skills. When you have a lot of skills, it clearly indicates you are a quick learner. It clearly indicates, so this guy is not just a learner, he's a practitioner. So these are the kind of things which you need to have it in your LinkedIn. Simple. If you are able to showcase in a simple note, you need to showcase your experience, what a company want. A marketing brochure is something, what exactly is required for a company, as simple as that. That's it from my end. Thank you so much. I'm just stopping the presentation. Now, if you have any queries, you can go with your Q&A.
It says how to effectively apply for overseas opportunity on LinkedIn.
Again, the same way, I think in order to apply for an overseas opportunities, look for their job role, where exactly they are looking for. And one more thing, you need to make sure whether they are sponsoring you the visa or not. Again, whenever you are trying to apply an opportunity in outsource, means like in other countries, one thing is you want to import a product. When you want to import a product is when there is no availability in the current market, they want to import it. Now, are you seriously skilled enough to be imported to the other companies? Just think on it. If people are imported, I think seriously, if you are worth enough with a skill set to be imported to the other companies, when you hit on that button, people accept it and they try to go for accepting you for, they sponsor the visa and they try to take you into their companies. That's it. So how HR going to be specific? Again, it's all about search pattern. For example, in your headline, there need to be data science. For example, you're looking for a Java developer role. So in your headline, if there is Java developer, there is easy, like if anyone are going to the LinkedIn and searching HR, you are able to get that particular, for example, Java developer, your profile going to be shortlisted. So make sure your about section, your headline contains the job profile, so that people going to reach you out easily. Ignesh, posting frequently increases your reach, but one more thing, than the posting frequently, you need to make sure your headline and your about section are more with the job description. Like for example, you are looking for Java developer, so your about section need to be, your headline mostly need to be Java developer. For example, see this. Whatever I searched, there is a Java developer, I got all the searches related to Java in such a way. So your search keyword need to match in the headline. Your headline need to be proper. Got it, Ignesh? So see, Ravi, one more thing again, if you're looking back into machine learning or all this, the more your keyword contains, for example, if you go back even to the Google or anything, Google, LinkedIn, all this are search engines. Again, for example, kind of a search engine algorithm works within it. So in a keyword, for example, in the headline, there is the Java developer kind of thing. And again, if you are able to go back into your about section and your experience section, if there are more words on Java, I think your profile going to be shortlisted or it going to be highlighted. That is one. And another thing, what exactly LinkedIn going to do, another thing is they try to push only the premium accounts to the top. That is another kind of USP what LinkedIn is doing. If you are having a LinkedIn premium membership, your profile going to be more viewed. That is what they are trying to mitigate the reach of your LinkedIn profile, and they're doing it. So another way is like they try to go for a reach. So the reach is dependent upon how frequently you're posting and how people are engaging with your content. So there need to be endorsements, there need to be likes, there need to be shares, there need to be views, all this kind of thing. Based on that, again, your profile push going to be dependent. So how would I ask for a referral for someone I don't know very well? Is that an advisable thing to do? So I don't ask you to go for a referral straight away in the very first call. So what I suggest you is you can just go for a connection. You can write down a message. Your profile seems every time the psychology plays, you need to praise other person in order to accept the connection. So first make him good, make him like you are amazing guy. So just say you are one of the best profile I came across, and I just want to be connected with you. If you don't mind, is it okay just to share the knowledge? I just want to be connected. After this, you can just ask the questions. That's how you can do it. After that, you can ask for the referral. Should getting masters is a good option or focusing on skills and doing job? So doing a masters is nothing but again getting into a course. So I suggest when you need to go for a masters is if your goal is mostly like going to an abroad, and if you want to settle in an abroad, then masters is a good option. For example, if your option is getting a job and making money here, then I don't suggest masters. For example, if you are affordable enough, you can go to the masters, you settle there, don't come back again to the India. Why? In the sense you get paid more, you can't, means like earning few money. For that reason, going back to an abroad, I don't feel worthy of investing that. So in this way, you can think about it. So Aman, the kind of content you need to post is like you're sharing your thoughts on trending things on, for example, if you're into Java, you're sharing trending things on Java. Why a person need to use Java? Or for example, there is a React.js. What React.js functionality is doing? You need to post your challenges. What is happening within your organization? You need to post your job challenges, or you're not posting learning things. You're posting your challenges. That's how you need to post it, Aman. So post some blogs. You have written a blog, some interesting thing you created it. That makes more interesting for the people to watch it, or even they feel it. Okay, this guy is not a fresher. This guy is someone experienced. Got it, Aman? When you share a learning journey, people don't value your learning. So learning doesn't make any sense. I feel it. So learning is okay. You don't give a respect. For example, just imagine I learned about fitness. Do you hire me as a trainer? Simple. If I'm posting every day my learning journey on fitness, do you hire me as a trainer? You never hire me. Well, in the sense, you don't risk your life, you join someone else, right? In this way. So in order to make your LinkedIn profile stand out, the very first is headline. It need to be more like there is a difference, like what you're writing and what a company require, both are different. So you need to write it something based on what a company wanted, what a company is looking for. That's how your headline need to look like. And after that, about section is important. About section need to be a cumulative of all your we can say like different experiences what you're having. You need to write your roles and responsibilities. So, and again, these roles and responsibilities need to match with your current company requirement. For example, you're not this, you are looking for a company in Google, let's imagine. So your requirement, what Google is looking for, similar kind of roles and responsibilities need to resemble in your job profile or in your about section. And in the experience tab, you need to have the experience within that company, and within that project, what are the roles and responsibilities you are having. And your skill set need to be more, and your skill set need to have endorsements, so that people going to look into your LinkedIn profile, they see the roles and responsibilities. Why? In the sense, your roles and responsibilities are different from other people. That cannot be matched. Headline can be matched, so your about cannot be matched, your roles and responsibilities cannot be matched, and the skills may be matched. That's the reason you are trying to showcase, you are differentiating yourself from roles and responsibilities. So if you are able to follow these 4 tips, that is sufficient. Your LinkedIn going to be better shortlisted, and people going to feel this guy is not a fresher, this guy is worthy to invest. That's how these people feel.
I just wanted to know from you. I have seen a lot of people not asking for recommendation on LinkedIn. Can you share few tips on how important LinkedIn recommendations are?
Yes, so asking a LinkedIn recommendation going to be good. That's what I think. Even maybe means I don't feel like every time going for a LinkedIn recommendations, but they are important. Means the very simple. For example, as I said, LinkedIn is a kind of a platform where exactly you are meant to market a lot of way. So you are trying all the possible ways. You are trying to go with the LinkedIn recommendations. You are trying to go with even so all the ways, means like it's more like knocking all the doors. As simple as that. So but make sure, so whatever the recommendation you are doing with, for example, just imagine I'm going for a LinkedIn recommendation. If my profile is good, you don't feel bad about my profile, you feel it good. So if the profile is bad, you feel annoying, right? So that's what the thing is. If you got a good product or a service, then whatever you do in the marketing, people care about it.
All right, everyone. I think that was the last question of the session, and with that, we are gonna wrap up this session. Before I say bye to everyone, few quick things that I wanted to share. As I mentioned at the start of the webinar as well, we have a community for developers wherein you can be a part of it, connect with your fellow developers, seek feedback, ask for help and suggestion. Those who are looking for career change, career opportunities, those who are experienced developers, we have few openings with Recro. Make sure to check out the career page, and you should find something for yourself as well. And make sure you follow us on social media. All the links will be in the chat. And connect with Kant on, you can connect with Kant on Instagram. He's pretty active there, and on LinkedIn as well. Thank you so much, guys, for once again for joining us. Have a good weekend, and I hope to see you guys in the next webinar. Thank you. Bye bye.